What's up, party people? This is the Who Asked You podcast, season 2, episode 2, and I'm your host, stoodytoogroovey, with my amazing co-host. We got KimRGou and Mont. How y'all feeling today?
Good.
You know the vibes.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of stuff been going down since last Monday. We got a lot of things to talk about. We're gonna start off with Black Talk with Mont. Let's get it.
That's me.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
What we talking about today, Mont? What we talking about?
Well, we're talking about a number of things, but I got to get a people, a premise of what Black Talk with Mont is. What Black Talk is everything, every issue, every problem, every solution that's going on in the Black community, we talk about. The things that people don't want to talk about, we talk about. So,
all right.
That's that Black Talk. Yeah, that Black Talk.
Anything that makes you uncomfortable, anything that you've been thinking but didn't want to say out loud, that's what we talk about, right, Mont?
Super duper facts. Y'all get to know. But one of the you right on cue.
Yes, so
we still got to talk about this Flint water.
Yeah.
And being that I'm, Mont with the Black Talk, what the people don't know is stoodytoogroovey is actually from Flint.
Yes,
so
born and raised.
A great perspective on what the fuck has been going on out there. So, And recently, this is like still a lot of just stupid shit still going on recently. So we have to talk about this. So, yeah, Stu, what's good, bro?
Well, what I wanted to say is I was in Flint when all that type of stuff was going on, when people were slowly figuring out that the water was poisoned, and it's been a really big effort for the people who are responsible to not take responsibility. Like, for instance, I have here an article that's saying that the Supreme Court finally allows Flint water lawsuits to move forward. Officials are not immune, which is crazy that a law has to say that they're immune, not immune, because they clearly knew about what was going on.
Of course.
It says the initial lawsuit turned away by the High Court was filed in 2016. It argues that officials, including then Governor Rick Snyder, acted indifferently to the risk of bodily harm that residents faced when they were exposed to high levels of lead and other contaminants after the city's drinking water source was switched to draw from the Flint River in 2014.
Wow.
It says in April 2019 ruling, U.S. District Judge Judith Levy ruled that Snyder was indifferent because instead of mitigating the risk of harm caused by the contaminated water, he covered it up. In private, he worried about the need to return Flint to Detroit's water system and the political implications of the crisis. But in public, he denied all knowledge despite being aware of the developing crisis. As a result, plaintiffs were lured into a false sense of security.
Bro, it's always political, bro.
Yes.
This is why we dropped the ball on so many levels.
Yes.
We got other people running our towns, running out everything. And this is what happens.
Yep.
They don't have good intentions ever when it's about money.
I don't know if y'all heard that, but my brother just barged in. I'm sorry.
No, we good. It's in they're responsible, Monty. They're responsible for 12 deaths. The 12 people died in the whole debacle from Legionnaires' disease, and dozens more were hospitalized. And these are including kids. And I know that Flint isn't the only inner city that has lead pipe problems.
Facts.
And people don't think about how that'll affect the kids later, because you can't predict and contain lead poisoning damage. Like, you can't do that. So they will have, like, they potentially, I should say, will have learning disabilities because their mind has been affected with that.
Bro, it's the same thing all over again. Back in the day, 70s, 80s, 60s, all that. You know, they used to paint houses with lead paint.
Yeah.
And these children used to eat them and get brain damage.
Yeah.
But also through the lineage, like, they become autistic. You know what I'm saying? It keeps going. It doesn't just stop. It keeps going. It entrenches itself into the DNA. And once again, they're doing it in Flint.
It's like some type of
Yep.
slow out here, and sometimes, you know, I think it's kind of like it's purposely going on. Purposely, it didn't just happen. You know, if that's the case, aren't there any water filters out there that they can provide? Because there are people out there that do have money, and you know, the whole like water bottle situation, people giving out water bottles, that's still not good. Plastic, for one. Water bottles itself is like what plastic what it's made of. You know, like, that's not good at all. So, you know, all that money that these people, because I'm talking about these people that tried to help and make it seem like they were doing something, just like that was still kind of a dumb idea. Water filters this, and you could have gone to households out there and provided that. I'm not sure entirely if certain things that is contaminated in the water can help through filters, because I don't, you know, you will never know if it's strong enough or if it'll help, but it's something. And that
How about take that bread and just build a whole new system?
something that would have been smarter, actually, doing it the hard way rather than the smart way.
Yeah,
that part, like,
this is what the society always does. It puts a Band-Aid on it.
mm-hmm.
The Band-Aid, it
biggest wound we could
just hides the cut. That's all it does.
Yeah. Well, what I can tell y'all from personal experience is those filters that they gave out didn't work at all. They might as well have been a fucking. I would have done better with tying rubber bands on my faucet.
You should have.
They're very ineffective, and they didn't even take out all the sediment that, you know, that's known to be carried when pipes are corroded. So that was a waste of time.
Yeah, that's why I said at first, you know, I'm not sure if like the contamination in the filter was going to really do that much, or if it was going to help entirely, but it was still something. But yeah, I actually had no clue about that one, to be honest.
Yeah, so we got to start over.
Mm-hmm.
The people of Flint should have went down to the city hall, town hall, whatever you want to call it. And they should have burnt it down.
Yeah, facts. Because, you know, we always it's crazy. It's crazy how we allow so much shit to happen to us. But if one of our neighbors or family member take $5 from us, we're ready to go to war. Yeah. But they can poison a whole city. And I'm not saying every time I talk about doing something, I mean economically, like, I mean, like, just stop buying into the system. Just stop.
For real.
Like, you don't have to kill anybody. You don't have to hurt anybody. I'm not advocating that, because unless it's self-defense, you shouldn't put your hands on anyone. But you have the power in your pocket. Excuse me. You have the power to stop everything with your pockets by just stopping. Like, the whole city of Flint, we dropped the ball, because as soon as we found that out, we should have just stopped everything. It shouldn't have been a car on the street.
Bro, everybody's addicted to something. So they're not going to be worried about their water.
That's a shame, though. Well, yeah.
It is a shame, but everybody's addicted to something. They all, looking at something else. They're distracted.
Jug juices and alcohol. That's what people drink in the hood. 50 cent juices and alcohol.
Yeah, little what are they called?
And you know, from little, you never like faucet water anyway, drinking it. So
Facts.
they like, hey, it's just faucet water.
But people don't think like you're cooking with that though. So
You're taking a
anything
shower.
Like
yeah, you can boil it as much as you want to, but that shit is still in there.
that makes it worse. Actually, it makes it worse. It's more
because it rises, right? The sediments rise to the top.
So it makes it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's not a crunchy. Like you chewing on rocks right now.
Chewing on Flint.
For real, yeah, you chewing on Flint. Now I like to say, I'm gonna switch the subject a little bit.
What we
I like
talking
to
about?
say, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant. I know the internet was going crazy.
Facts.
The internet was going crazy last night. We all know what happened. And there's been conflicting reports everywhere. You know, there's been a lot of misinformation going on. I'm going to pull up an article real quick before we get to talking. One moment, please.
I learned how to screen share so quickly because.
Okay, it's loading up. I'm pulling up an article about passing Kobe Bryant as far as
his points, yeah.
Yeah. Can y'all see that? Are we good?
Yep.
Right.
Okay. As you can see, he just passed on his mantle and everything was good. And then for him to die, 2 days later? That is very suspicious. And it has like the internet going kind of nuts with a bunch of conspiracy theories and everything like that. And they got a video. I was gonna bring up the video, but I kind of didn't want to disrespect his family because they just lost a daughter. So I'm not gonna share the video. Y'all can look it up, but there's a video where he's in a helicopter, crashed, and then it blows up. So everybody's having these conspiracy theories about, the powers that be took him out for a ritual. And I want to see what you guys think about that.
Man. So for one, I want to say this. It's kind of half and half with me, to be honest, because yes, I do believe that there is a sacrificial kind of thing going on. At the same time, I want to let this man rest. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to just keep bringing up some stuff like this. I just want to let this man rest. But and the reason why I'm in the whole sacrificial type of thing is because I've seen this talked about when I was 13 years old about somebody saying that this is back when I was really into conspiracy, obviously, but I'm not a conspiracy person. I don't like to be called a conspiracy theory. I like to deal with actual facts. Okay, I'm just saying that's just what I go by. So when actually saying, about Kobe Bryant as well as many other people that honestly I remember not even, or I don't even remember about them losing, their lives or something was going to happen, and just like predictions never cease to not it happens. This is probably I swear to you, it's like I've always been like, it's a coincidence kind of person. Is that this is like probably one of the things where it's like, nah, something's up. And not to mention, Frank said earlier, about when they told the pilot 2 things, that they don't want them to go to that area because it was cloudy, but he went in there anyway. And
Yeah.
go to a mountain and told him, hey, watch out for that mountain or you're going to run into it, but he still went. So we're just like, instead of Colby himself in that situation, I want to talk about what they were saying to the pilots, or what was the goal that I get to the things that I try my best to like, I want to go as deep as I can, even though that's not that deep in my opinion. That's as deep as I can go because I don't want to obsess too much over it because I want to let this man rest. I just want to let him in his family, like that's his daughter, for crying out loud.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Gigi.
Yes. So we're just like, no, something's going on. I kind of think that was all, because you notice how they do things to cover up certain other things. Kobe's going crazy right now, and his death wishes should be because RIP, but no one is talking about Queen Elizabeth is out here sacrificing children. She's charged guilty, and nobody's saying anything. It's literally out there. Nobody's talking about it either. So like, and I use that as an example because I remember when this whole Bill Clinton's, even though that still was kind of popping, even though Bill Clinton's death was going on, a singer, Ariana Grande, she was blowing up while that was happening. So it's like they do things to cover everything up. So
yeah,
it's just like they like I don't know, and I don't have no idea, and I think that had the whole sacrificial has something to do with LeBron James as well. Like he probably have something to do with it. I'm only going by what I know and I've researched. Do I believe these? I don't know. I just want to talk about it and see how you guys, or if you guys have anything to add on, because I think it's interesting. I want to tap more into it. I wish I could screen share because I can't. I really wish I can. I gotta learn how to do this because there are articles that I have here that I last minute ones, obviously, because because it's updated, obviously. It just happened. So,
and Monty, is there anything you'd like to add before I go in?
Well, I'm gonna go in.
Yeah.
I have a perspective, but at the same time, I'm not no conspiracy theorist, nigga. I only go by, facts too. And one thing that I do know about this realm and the universe that we're in, it doesn't make mistakes
at all.
As far as that conspiracy, I'm not gonna go into that because, guys, that hit me because I'm 37. I literally followed Kobe from high school all the way up until yesterday, and it was it was a crazy feeling. So I'm on it like, I don't know everything, but I do know everything happens for a reason, and there is no mistakes.
At all.
He was the bro, though, where Kobe was that dude in the NBA, man.
Yeah.
He was.
Everything happens for a reason. There's no accidental anything. It happens.
Nah.
It could be unexpected or however you want to call it, but no.
One thing that I can say about, on some occult shit is you gotta be aware of these contracts that you sign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You have to, because it all plays a part. And the universe is a literal thing. It takes everything literal. So if motherfuckers always want to say, "Oh, I'm just the universe don't play." If that's what you say, then that's what it is. So once you put your name on that dotted line, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's you got to be wary of the price that you're willing to pay for fame.
And you don't know at one of the end of them contracts. At the end of it, it said, in January 26th, it's over. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you how much I get? 50 million. All right. And
they sound good to me.
Sound good, but
yeah, motherfucking
Kobe was a GOAT, though. He was one of the GOATs, man. You can't take that away from him.
The same.
Condolences to all the people who passed. I will say this: things do look shady because there was a lot of conflicting articles.
Because it was Grammy weekend. It was Grammy weekend, you know, ritual time and all that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Yeah. And it happened in Calabasas and all that. So,
and that's
I know the vibes, but
you know that's the new Black Wakanda. All the rich black folk in Calabasas.
Yeah, Ye got up like a couple hundred acres out there. With his weird ass. I'm disappointed, Ye. I'm disappointed. That's another nigga that I've been following, and he's veered off the path.
You can see, you can see the blatant decline.
Yeah, that ain't gay. That ain't gay. I ain't gonna. I'm. That ain't gay. Ain't nobody gonna be able to convince me that shit.
Gone.
Word.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone said, "Oh, he's cloned or something." Because that's
hey, I hope if that's the same vehicle with the same soul, I'm highly upset right now.
Say something ain't adding up.
Yeah, people tell the truth in their art. You know what I'm saying? So what Ye used to do, you felt them. So you were lying in your art, and you're telling the truth in the real world, like, huh? Nah.
Yeah.
Y'all seen him pull off that horse?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Good for his ass.
And I like to say, well, okay, I have to show you this video because hold on. I have to show you this video because it shows the blatant disrespect and disregard. Now we know that there's a conspiracy about elitists and how they use entertainers and all that stuff. But listen to the blatant disrespect that this lady had for him, for us, all that. I'm just gonna show y'all. I'm sure y'all probably heard
lady talk. Let me listen to this white lady talk.
Yeah.
But you couldn't deny how much he brought to the team, no matter which team, which Lakers team he played on.
Yeah, it seems like he was just the kind of athlete, the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I could ask you to stay with us, we're going to go to Bill Rowe.
Okay, let me play that one more time.
To the team, no matter which team, which Lakers team he played on.
Yeah, it seems like he was just the kind of athlete, the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I could ask you to stay with us, we're going to go
now
to Bill Rowe.
She should have kept it going. She shouldn't have stopped and brought it back. She could have been able to get away with a stumble, but she brought it back. So now it sounds like you fucked up, lady.
I'm still kind of like, when it comes to this, like, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I hear the N-word, sometimes I hear knickers. Like, it goes back and forth with
it. Don't matter, shorty.
And I know.
But like, word. And you is right, and you on the. No, you can't say that. No, you on TV. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying, that I don't know for sure, because how can you mistaken Lakers with that word?
With nakers.
And people are saying
a naker. I never heard of a naker. I'm a naker fan.
The nakers always lose.
For the nakers.
I don't like. A part of me just wants to say, yeah, it sounded like you said the N-word to me. Honestly,
yo, I don't care.
I legit sat down and I just listened because I knew you were gonna pop this up, Studi. I knew you were gonna do it. I was like, let me just sit down, let me just listen, and
it's too close to the word nigger. You're a white lady.
And I'm not gonna let
America.
Those people to just let them slide. Like, come on.
Yeah. I have never heard anybody mistake Laker with Naker. And it's really insulting to the intelligence of everybody who had to endure that.
Mm-hmm.
Forget us for a second. Picture how they family feel.
Yeah, man.
Like, what?
Yo, You literally showed fake love on TV. That's how you know it was fake love. They was trying to venerate him and give him a tribute. And he was a great player on every what.
Naker, all that did was showcase the fact that in her mind she feel like another Naker is gone.
Yeah, that's
all she was thinking when it came out.
Got us a Naker.
I'm glad
like
just the word. We're also talking about the whole he's above the whole thing. Like he's just not another fucking basketball player. He's
word. You gotta put some respect on that boy name, man.
Great icon. I have fond memories of because I've never been really into basketball like that, but I have fond memories of my father and other family members arguing, laughing, joking, eating, drinking together, watching this dude play. Mm-hmm. He is a staple in all our lives. He was only 41.
Facts.
41. Like that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. And it's sad.
It is.
They gotta start respecting our people more, man.
Yeah, there was a better way.
We gotta start respecting ourselves.
True.
Okay, everybody else, man. I don't want nobody else respect but my people's respect, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't care about nobody else. Get the fuck out of here.
They do have a petition going on, too.
For what?
Might leave or get fired or something?
Yeah, for her to get fired.
Get that Naker out of here.
Morris.
You get that Naker out of here. We
get that
Naker no more.
I'm tired of you Nakers.
Get that Naker out of here.
Naker for president.
She's annoying. Get the Naker out of here.
I'm tired of you Nakers.
Fucking Nakers, man.
Life is crazy, man. Life is crazy. All right.
Nakers are crazy.
I wanna take a music break real quick. We got some nice vibes about to play.
Who we got?
Moment, please, and we'll have some nice tunes for us to relax to and try to get Nakers out of our mind. You know,
who we bumping to though?
Can I say something though, in case if it's too late or?
Yes.
I just want to say I'm not sure if they're all here, but I'm gonna name them anyway. Destiny, Christy, Johnny, Stevie, who else? Belicia. I'm trying to see if there's any more, but thank you for actually coming and supporting me. I honestly was just like, that's awesome. Thank you guys for coming. Because this is something that I see myself doing a lot. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that you guys are here. So the support, I love y'all niggas.
All of that. Yeah, we appreciate y'all so much. This is Jeff Sky featuring Biz Coolin'.
Right.
Oh yeah, this hard.
You heard a little bit.
Stu, do you know where he from?
He from Flint. He from Flint. The city.
Yeah.
Hey. Are y'all feeling this song right now? Tell me in the comments.
Here's the vibe.
It up for me? I feel like it's not up for me.
It's the vibe. It's the vibe.
It's a whole vibe.
Hey.
Cool.
Flint in the building.
Man, I love.
All right, y'all. That was Jeff Sky featuring Biz with Cooling. I like that. I like that.
Yeah. That's the vibe I like, because I be cooling.
Yes. All right. Excuse me. Do y'all mind sitting for a second while we play a featured ad on here?
Oh, a featured ad?
Yes.
I wonder by who?
That sounds important.
That sounds pretty dope.
Yeah, we do that. If you're especially a Black business owner, but if you're an independent entrepreneur business and you want to be featured on here, please contact me at fatclub4you@gmail for details about prices and everything, and we can get you up here live. And it's cheap, I promise. We don't we don't tax around these parts.
I ain't even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just press play.
Got some messages for you guys.
Peace, family. It's the God mind. You see it. Let's go.
That was fire. All right.
All over for a gold. I'm so happy they finally exist. I really did want to know where I can find those because I see them in a TV show. So rap.
I got the link. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Yo, and it's lit. They got mad flavors. Yeah,
that was Black Gold Vape.
Yeah, you know we keep it Kemet over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know that we keeps it that way.
Yeah, that way.
The right way.
Okay, our next topic. I really want to talk about something that is highly important, but I feel like it's highly ignored. We have in the Black community a identity crisis going on. Nobody knows who they are. We're Muslim, we're Christian, we're Hebrew Israelite. It's some people, and I kid you not, think that they're actually Jewish. And yeah, that's crazy. I think it's a symptom of being an African part of the Africa diaspora that we don't know where we're from, and I think it's good that we're always searching and looking for ourselves, but we have to be careful. We have to be careful. What do you guys think about that? About our Black identity crisis that we always have?
Queen.
All right. So yeah, I agree, because you know what I mean. Like, you know, it just like it's almost as if I kind of want to go and tap into this one real quick about. I'm gonna tap into Christianity mostly because I used to be a Christian. That's just what I know. But it's just like I've read the book. Okay, I know what it says, and when I read these books and I see what it says, and I'm just like, what does this have to do with Black people? And there are scriptures in this book that literally degrades Black people. Okay, it literally says in the Torah, specifically because it's the most detailed book out there, that Black people were meant to serve everybody in this fucking planet. That's we're just here as slaves, regardless.
Yep.
So it just like, and then this is what makes me the most mad. It's like you have Black people that are in these religions, instead of just saying fuck this religion, fuck this book, whatever, they'll try to find their way and page their way in the book to figure out who they really are. Like you have people who are descendants of Shem, or you know, and just like, you're not a fucking Middle Eastern, you're a whole African. What are you talking about? What? So like, come on. And it's just like, are you like, you gonna sit here? You're gonna tell me you believe that you're a Neanderthal because of God, that she would not just let go? Tells you something other. Like it's just something that I would just never understand. Like it's okay. Yes, you can even look at the faces. You know, like even I had because since you pulled that up, you know, I was told that I was also like supposed to be a Moor, or I was like a Hebrew, or I was like an
Yeah.
Go to South Africa and go to Eritrea. Look at my facial features and tell me what country they are in.
Mm-hmm.
And what the fuck I really am. Okay?
Talk that shit, Queen.
Go to what is it? Where is it? What is that what's the mountains called? That's right next.
She said by right next to something, she said.
Yeah, we're gonna wait. But this is a phenotype. For those who don't know, this is a phenotype. This is a phenotype page, and what phenotypes are specific characteristics that show you where your ancestry.
Sorry, my mom had a question.
You back? We good?
We're back. I would just finishing up saying, you know, if you could just look at a simple map. If you go to that area, that same area that was they said that we're descendants of, is right next to the Caucasus Mountains. I am not a Caucasus. I'm Black. So I don't understand.
What was
like why can't just people look outside and actually figure out what's really going on? There's books, there's documentaries, there's black actual teachers and scholars out there.
Yeah.
That been doing this for years. The best person that could probably tell you everything is his name. Look him up. His name is Justin Powell. He was a bishop for probably more than a decade. Talked about the word of God, this and that. Came back. He left like around the middle of, I want to say 2016 or 2015. But then he came back in the beginning of 2019. Came back saying that the Black woman is God. And he cracked the code. Like he pretty much just, you know,
he grew.
He really did. Like he even, anything that involves symbolism and metaphors and all of this, he just cracked the code simply by just tapping into it. And he had a spiritual awakening somehow. I'm not sure what he said, and it was in an older video when he first came back. But I would say look him up, because this man knows everything. Okay. And yes, you have Young Pharaoh. Yes, you have Steady, and yes, you have who else? I'm really trying to think, because I only mess with a handful of people. But
that's all you need. You could stop talking there.
Honestly, because everybody else is just bullshitting, you know. So I would say Justin Powell, because this man really, he was born into this and he knows everything. He really tapped into it. So it just like, how can this man like really like tap into it and actually and like all he did was just ask a simple question: is this really me? And ever since then, he's out of there.
Once you tap into what we call common sense, it's over. Because what common sense does, it makes you think and question everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna, from there is a domino effect.
Yeah.
So when you busting off with Jesus, then you might bust off with Allah and Muhammad and them, and then you might bust off with them Torah niggas. But then you might be like, oh shit, I am God. And then you might go, oh shit, the black woman is God.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's nothing after that. That's the truth. Done. That's it. Shut up.
It just stops right there.
That's all you need. Your mama. That's it.
Yeah, every single time you tap into it, it just stops right there. The black woman is God. It just
That's
stops right there.
She is everything. She is the all. She is the generator, organizer, and dispenser of this reality. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be here.
Straight
at all.
Yeah.
She's
at all. I don't care what your daddy talking about. Your mama did that. She did that. Your mother, she could have decided to jump down the stairs and land on her belly. That would have been her choice. You wouldn't have been here. But no, she said, I'm going to carry your ass for 9 months, bring you into this wicked ass world, and love you.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. Now, I brought this picture up from this website because I want y'all to, I'm going to get a little close into the camera, right? Look at my facial features and look at this guy, the male's face. That look like that could be my great grandfather, right?
Yo, now this nigga ain't signed the birth certificate, bruh.
Yeah, I promise that's not my daddy, y'all. The reason why I'm showing y'all this is because look at the area.
Yeah.
Okay, he is considered a desert astrolid. And what does that mean? Right here, Australia. So that's part of the Aboriginal, right?
And just to make it clear, the majority of those tribes or those people, they don't even exist anymore because I forgot his name, but he was a Portuguese settler that just slaughtered them all, and only 9 of them survived, but they're gone.
We will never speak his name ever again. His name doesn't even exist.
That's a whole race of people.
Yeah.
Gone. They can do that. So like,
that's what they do. That's what that is the nature of the beast.
And it's not, and I want to say this, knowing your phenotype and knowing where you're from, I won't even say it's an exclusive black thing because I do believe that everybody needs a sense of knowledge of self.
Yeah. Because
it's really, the truth is a hard pill to swallow, but it needs to be done. If you are white and you find out your origins are in Russia, you know, that is a good step to find self-love because, you know, they talk about white guilt. And if you're black and you're Aboriginal and you don't know that, or you're from you might be from like the Horn of Africa or anything like that. But all you know is you're a quote unquote knacker. I'm gonna use that. You're told you're a knacker, you're a slave, and all you know is a slave, but you don't even know that you could be from a fucking golden kingdom, but you don't know that because you think that you are just, when you hear Africa, you don't think of the lush lands and the pyramids and SETI and all that type of stuff. No, you think of a slave ship. So having knowledge of self is very, very, very important. Yeah. In the search, in the research, in the knowledge never ends because you will always find something new. The more you dig into your origin,
that's the spark that gets you to know, like, oh shit, my people is the shit. I am a part of a great lineage. I can do this. I am great. That is why knowing your ancestors and being connected is so important. Because it gives you the balls to go out in this fucking world and do something. But when that's taken away from you and they're telling you what you are, then that's what you're going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that once everybody knows where they come from, then mutual respect comes into play. Because I'm going to turn this conversation a little bit into the fact that as Black kids, they mess up kids all together in school, because they teach you, for one, they teach the white kids, they give white kids superiority complex, and they give Black kids an inferiority complex, because we're all learning about slavery when our minds aren't developed enough to even know ourselves.
Facts.
And during that that specific building time frame, that is essential. So why are we teaching our kids that we were slaves when we have a whole history before that?
Yeah.
And I just don't.
I got a story for that.
It's detrimental. Like one thing I want to say before you go in, then I'm gonna shut up. It's very detrimental to the minds of all kids involved, because racial bias begins in the classroom. That's all I'll say. And go ahead, Monty.
It was 5th grade. Wait, yeah, 5th grade. And this is like 92, 91 or something like that. And I ain't looking at no other kids as like, you know, that's a white boy and niggers. And like, I never was on it like that. That's not how I was raised. But I was, you know, hit to what niggas was. I just kept it to myself. But it was 5th grade, and you know, they brought us, the whole class, into the cafeteria, and we saw TV. So I'm like, oh, we about to watch some shit. Get to chill. Turns it on, start watching. It's the movie Glory. And this is what sparked me. Because, mind you, the school that I'm in is mostly white people. So, you know, white little kids and shit. So I'm watching, and then they get to the part where they whipping Denzel. And it looked like every white person just looked at me like,
yeah.
It was a couple other Black people there, but it was like,
you felt the heat.
I felt it. I did. I felt it. And that's when I knew it was like, yeah, we aren't the same. Because I always question everything. And I started looking at my teacher like, why would you show me that? And why would you show everybody else that? Like, for real, I remember thinking this, like, why would you show, what the hell? And then it just became like I don't know if it was anger or fire, but it was like, this shit ain't right. Something up. Word, because a person literally, like, I was taught to respect your elders and your teacher, but that really fucked me up, because I like, from that point, everything my teacher did was, you know, morally right to me.
Right.
Okay, I'll do some homework, whatever, but that to me really irked me. Like, what are you putting me in my place? Like, okay, Monty, just in case you don't know where you fit in society, we're gonna play Glory. Maker,
right?
Maker.
And yeah, that's what I mean by it gives you inferiority complex, because you already feel like, damn, this is all I am.
Yeah.
Like, why? Because you instantly ask, well, why are they just taking a beating? Why are they allowing? You know? And then it makes you, like you said, it puts anger in you, and then you are defensive towards your fellow white students, because you're thinking, like, do they see me like that now? Is that what I am?
Yeah, and then that's when you like, I know I could beat me a white boy up now. Like, say something wrong, I'm gonna beat you up. Word.
Yeah.
Word. That really fucked me up. That day, I remember that day well. Like, why would you? Because I was already into the black and white thing. Like, you know, my grandmother, she from the South. And, you know, growing up, it was plenty of times at family functions and shit, you hear stories of my grandmother whipping little white kids' asses and then telling them to go get their parents. And their parents never wanted no smoke. So, you know what I'm saying? So I already knew what it was, but, you know, I wasn't being treated like that. And I wasn't looking at it like that until that day. Like, oh, they always remind you, you're a naker. You're a naker.
Kim,
I'm gonna let you speak. Go ahead, because I got something for that. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna say, I guess just me tapping into my experience about slavery, and as a kid, I always just wondered, why didn't we just fight back? Like, if it means killing you, you best believe that's what we're gonna have to do. So I just wonder, why couldn't
Queen, when somebody gives you a religion about a man, you're scared to die.
Yep.
Because what religion is fear. It's nothing but fear-based. So when you're a slave and you've been taught about this Lord Almighty Jesus that's good to me, you don't want to die, so you're gonna be docile. You're gonna get whooped. You don't want to go to hell.
Yeah.
But when you tap into Wakanda, you know the vibes, nigga. Go ahead, try it. Go ahead. I dare you. Go ahead, please. Please try it. I want to try out my new suit anyway. Go ahead, try it.
I was just gonna tap into that because we just been told that this is, what's supposed to do, just to keep us indoctrinated, and just like. But then again, I'm gonna just say this is how I started tapping in a little bit into like me being proud for once about being Black. Two things, the Gullah Wars, of course. Come on, we all know that. I would just we actually did do this, and then actually seeing the definitions between Indian and Seminole, and why they're called the Seminole Indians,
Mm-hmm.
And just breaking down certain words, and I'm just like, so, and that also made me realize, also we are the indigenous people of this land too.
That we here. This our shit.
We're everywhere. So we're just like, that was one thing. And then another thing, we want to go a little bit further around like our grandparents, because our grandparents or our great grandparents, they're the most stubborn when it comes to trying to convince them. Your idol was Rosa Parks, mine was Queen Zinga. Right?
Dang.
Listen, no respect to Rosa, but I don't care about you saying anybody can say no in the bus. Can you go out of your way to kill the Portuguese, and I think it was the Dutch, right? It made a whole military, fought them off, faked your death a few times, just to
30 years.
You know what I mean? Killed your own blood because you found out that they were about to sell your own people to those people, and killed them because you're like, no. You know what I mean? So we're just like, why couldn't we be taught this? I mean, I know why, but that was in my head. Why was I taught?
Elementary school would have been lit for real.
Yeah, very much. I don't care that
quit.
His birthday just passed. He's the reason why we're in this mess. I don't care. Martin Luther didn't do anything but make things worse.
Yeah.
He's not my idol, and I don't care.
We all know that he was a FBI, informant and all that, and his mission was to calm us down every time we got a little bit too hyped. But to his credit, at the end of his life, he did have a change of heart.
I ain't trying to hear none of that.
I'm just saying, he admitted that he put us in a burning house.
Nigga, you know, it's a white man.
The damage is done. I get it. The damage is done. But
bro, how do a dude tell you to your face, like, bro, I don't fuck with you, bro. I don't want you around here. Stay from around me. Mm-hmm. I totally understand where white people came from. Why are you trying, nigga? Get away from me.
Yeah.
And it's like you're annoying. Like, no, we want your rights and we want to do this and
please love.
We've been like taught that we were the same. We're not the same.
Yo, fuck whatever y'all doing. We doing what we doing.
Exactly. That was the best way.
We learned last time that y'all bombed our shit. Y'all got us.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? We've been chilling. We got our shit together. Y'all try that shit again, nigga. And we got lasers on deck now. Y'all don't even know it.
Yeah, honestly. We're gonna be worried. We're gonna actually be.
We ain't have to be in this bullshit. This is some bullshit, y'all. To be a living entity in the world today, what we're living in is some bullshit.
Yeah.
Facts. I agree. Well, that got a little intense at the end, so I want to play some more mood music real quick. And then after that, we're going to take a commercial break. And then we're going to get back to it. I appreciate y'all rocking with us. This is the Who Asked You podcast.
Who asked you?
You know what it is. Unfiltered commentary. Big facts all around. That's what we do. So this song is called Display, and it's by Mashaya. Please enjoy.
Hi, Mashaya.
Can't tell you what I feel right now. No, I can't say. I won't say. Not ready to reveal right now. What's in my head? My head. I'm trying to drop the veil this time. I'll be myself. No one else. I want it to be real this time. Good for my health. My help, you take up all my time, and you take over my brain, and I know you feel the same. Come on, let's put it on display. Don't wanna hide. Let's put it on display. I won't hesitate this time. I'll be direct. I'd rather us be frank, no lies. Get this off my chest. What's next? So far gone, you take me there, no question. Don't wonder, I'll make it clear. Put it on display tonight. Let's put it on display tonight. You take up all my time, and you take over my brain, and I know you feel the same. Come on, let's put it on display. Don't wanna hide. Let's put it on display. Let's put it on display. It's now or never, babe. Been waiting on this forever. Love, what's up with all this shame? Let's light it up together. Oh, I can't think of a better place. Come on, let's put it on display. Feelings I can't erase, so help me paint this picture. This must be fate. Finally right here with you. Oh, this life's too good for us to wait. Come on, let's put it on display. Take up all my time.
That's a whole vibe, yo.
And I know you feel the same. Come on, let's put it on display. Don't wanna hide. Yeah. Let's put it on display.
I see you, girl.
All right, y'all. That was Mashaya with Display.
Mashaya is fire.
Yeah. She did her thing on that. That's an Atlanta artist. She's from AT.
Oh, where's Atlanta?
Yep.
So, time for a commercial break?
Yes, sir.
Brought to you by your boy Mont. You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me.
What do you want to do now?
Man, that song is low key like stuck in my head.
Put it on display.
Yeah, that's all I keep hearing.
It's the God Mind, repping that montage by Monty, as usual. And this is Jet Black Clothing. More in black, buying black, staying black. That's right.
Pull up that.
Peace, family. It's the God Mind, repping that montage by Monty, as usual. And this is Jet Black Clothing. More in black, buying black, staying black. That's right.
Black love. Y'all see that?
Right.
Fly.com. Okay, next topic we're going to get into is about that coronavirus. I know y'all been hearing about that all the way fresh out the lab from Wuhan, China. It's crazy. People are dying and it's intense and it's spreading everywhere. It's here in America and all that. But I have something that I'm pretty sure not a lot of people know. So I'm going to expose that right here on the show. Give me 1 second, please, and I'm going to bring y'all a shocker. Y'all want to see how good the devil works? What does this say? Biolab for most dangerous pathogens on Earth opened in Wuhan before outbreak. 23 million people in China are effectively under quarantine due to the sudden outbreak of a deadly new virus in Wuhan. And this was posted on January 23rd, 2020.
Now everybody dropping dead, huh?
Yes.
What a dink.
It is crazy. I'm gonna play this. I don't know if it'll be in English or not. I don't know, but I'm gonna play this real quick. They don't even like.
So Brian, it's 7 cities right now and 23 million people, all effectively under quarantine because of this virus. Now, the cities are all clustered around Wuhan, as you had pointed out, is the epicenter of the outbreak. Wuhan residents are being told to stay at home and not to leave the city. And the authorities are making sure that people don't travel outside. In fact, all public transport has been suspended. Outbound trains and flights also suspended. No private coaches, ferries, no chartered vehicles. And as of tonight, you can't use car hailing apps, very limited taxi services. And the only way out at this point is if you drive your own car or convince a taxi driver to take you onto one of the highways. But if you do get to the highway, you should expect a health check.
Now that was on the 23rd, right? What's today?
27th.
27th. So picture how wild and crazy this has spread.
It sounds like what's the name of that? Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. Whoa.
Yeah.
The Umbrella Corp has let loose that thing, and now it's spreading.
That's the crazy part about it. Like, people think everything is a joke and people think everything is a game, but they don't understand that movies literally tell you what's going to happen.
Bro,
movies are like signals to the people who's doing the shit and a warning. The only warning you get. Like, it's not all fun and games. Like, they tell you what technology they have. They tell you their plans. They tell you everything. It's not at this point, it's not a conspiracy theory.
Think that if it's on TV, it's entertainment.
Yeah.
It's just a movie.
It's just a video game.
And that spreads by touch now. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah.
That virus spreads by touch. It's not just I chew, like you gotta get sneezed in the face. No, somebody can touch you.
Yeah, that's wild.
And it's a wrap. Now I got something else to show y'all. It's very, here's a little warning. If you're faint of heart or whatever, don't watch it.
Studi, you got a disclaimer?
Yeah, I got a disclaimer because this shit is like, when I watched it, I was like, wow. So, and shout out to Black Vegan Tube on Instagram. This is where I got this from.
I'm gonna be a thug about it.
They did their thing with the research, so I'm going to shout them out.
That's right.
But yeah, check this out, y'all.
我今天已经上了一天的班，已经下班了，4点多钟下班，已经在那里崩溃了半天了，真的那种感染，比这个电视那里报道的可怕多了，蛮多。他们医生出来的估计大概有10万人，我们今天那里10几个医生，一天都看了100多个。蛮多都已经不行了，没得位置治，然后家头这里老说，可政府的不是说让你们这里治吗？但是政府让我们开始治，根本谁么物资都没有。
I'm gonna skip ahead so y'all can see some physical evidence of this. You see that?
Oh,
that virus is fucking them up. This is what they're not telling y'all.
You just dropped?
Yep.
Alright, y'all niggas like them Chinese chicken wings. Alright.
I stick with the mixed vegetables, you hear me?
Some wonton soup.
Real. Now, if this don't look straight out of an anime or a movie, I don't know what is.
Damn.
That's in the hospital. I'm going to show a little bit more than but look, this is them spraying disinfectant.
What?
Yeah, they spraying the whole city.
我们小区后头，伙计乖乖洗好脑壳，老子亲眼看了，太早了。太早了。完了的。I'm
gonna skip ahead some more.
哪个班呢？
我操，跟他们生化危机一样。
在集结，可能要。
You see that? They got all the soldiers with the. Man. Look at that. They on the plane getting checked.
And it begins. Here you go.
You see that?
这是干嘛的？
They clearly want to see it cleaned up.
And that's them. This is why shit like this happens.
Oh, hell no.
I was just gonna say that. It's what they're eating. You can't just eat.
Your diet is everything.
Man.
You feel me?
I was just gonna tell you.
Mm-hmm. That's why you're contagious, you old rat bastard.
If people don't know, they don't, you know. But y'all get the point.
Yeah, we
y'all get the point.
Everything, pretty much. Like, I've never seen not only one race other than people from Asia that will eat anything. Like, honestly, I don't want to be stereotypical or whatever, but that's just what I see. And I've seen. What is the craziest thing I've seen someone eat? Like, I've seen mukbangs of Asian people eating. They look like they're not tapeworms. I don't know what they are. I don't know.
It don't even matter. They shouldn't be eating that shit.
Yes, and putting them in.
Y'all running around contagious and dying.
Yeah, it's crazy. Let's. Yeah, that's crazy. So everybody be careful because even though we all know that we've seen the article, it's from a lab, so you know that they got fail safes and everything to make sure that you get broken down. All it's going to do is make people want to get these flu vaccines.
And all that over there is overpopulated, bro.
Which doesn't make sense because there's more than enough room for everybody.
But
like everywhere.
I've seen they call it coffin houses, where it's like a cubby hole in the dude, like it's a house for the person. That's what they got them living in. Where it's overpopulated, so they need something to get rid of some of that.
Yeah,
but that's sad. That's sad. We were put here to be fruitful.
Yeah.
So, but you see how the government do you. You see that, right? The lady said, "Don't trust the government." She said, "Don't trust the government." They got them just out there bad. I want to show y'all something real quick. This is about BioRobotics. I found this. I thought this was very interesting. So let me show y'all something real quick. And then we can chop it up about that. And then we have our very, 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 very special guest coming in.
Yogini, my aunt.
What you're about to see is the first ever living robot that was just created by researchers in the US. This is it, the Xenobot. Under 1 millimeter in size, it's unlike most robots in that it's not made of any plastic or metal, but entirely of organic cellular material. It can move forward, turn around, sometimes spin in circles, and if you flip it on its back, it will flip itself back over. It's a human-made robot, but it's alive. Now, you might be asking, what exactly is a living robot? And that would be a perfectly reasonable question, especially given the fact that it's being deemed a brand new life form that has never existed before. But before we can actually understand what it does and what that might mean for the future, we have to understand what it actually is. Researchers essentially wanted to figure out if they could take real live cells and make them behave in a way that the researchers wanted them to, much like a robot made of other materials would do. So they took
like slavery.
Frog cells, both skin and heart cells. Heart cells naturally contract while skin cells don't. So the idea was, if we can put skin cells and heart cells together in a specific way, maybe we can come out with a functional structure that can move. And that's exactly what the researchers tried to do. If you take a look at...
So, I didn't mean to push that, but as you can see, mad scientists type of things are going on while we sleep, while we watch BT, while we on YouTube, while we are watching Housewives of Atlanta. They're in labs creating hybrids,
new life forms.
Yeah, new life forms.
Motherfucker said a living robot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Huh? Cells? Where are these cells really coming from, though? There's still children and Black women still missing.
Yeah, that's where they coming from.
Really coming from.
Yeah. So, all right. Without further ado, I want to. I'm gonna play our next musical guest, and after that, we're going to introduce, like I said before, our wonderful, amazing, intelligent guest that we have in. So you guys sit back and relax a little bit while we listen to Young Pharaoh's "You Can't Relate to Me."
Oh yeah, that's a good song there that he's done. It's a good video too.
Classic.
It's my boy right here.
Probably the one song I can really mess with, I'm gonna be honest.
You could look me in my eyes and see the pain in me. Take some others from their sons, I know they hating me. They told me look down deep inside, it's something great in me. And niggas is always on my dick, why I can't just be? And if it's all in God's plan, why he forsaking me? And I took loss after loss, you can't relate to me. And it's been trauma, 25 years on my soul, 3.5 plus 5 years on the road. All that anger and that pain, you can't console me. I wonder how my mama feel, cause she ain't get to hold me. I wonder how my father feel, cause he ain't get to know me. I'm wondering how Ira feel, cause I ain't have it homie. Did a bid and went right back to trapping. Left a dead and went right back to trapping. You niggas better stop mentioning that trap house. Nigga, I was living in that trap house. You don't know the feeling off them back routes. Nigga, I was living off my last house. Real short niggas pinching out my bundle. Somebody stole my pistol where my gun go. Our first 18 years, nobody cared for us. They actually turned us into monsters, now they scared of us. And I met some real niggas in them prison cells. No commie, no male, they ain't living well. And I just want you to feel me on this one. I done been through it all. Money on my head, down to one pistol. Winter time, no coat, one hood. I'm not feeling like the Lord forsaking me. It's for the God you can't relate to me. Wishing on my downfall, they pray I'm slaughtered. I love my son, I pray I get to raise my daughter. I know they wanna see me shot down bleeding. I know they wanna see me broke down meeting. And we were savages, brutality amazing. Copped out the jail time and wanna do probation. They pull up on you, all my niggas on paper. They pull us over, all my niggas on papers. And there was money on my head, they sick them killers on me. So everywhere I went, I had that pistol on me. Waste funerals with family had that pistol on me. Every time I hugged my grandma, had that pistol on me. My last relationships had been some segments. My ex cheated with an op and got pregnant. And if it's all in God's plan, why he forsaken me? And I took loss after loss, you can't relate to me. And I remember staying up late night, just praying for better days. And all that hope turned into hate for the Lord for never making my days better.
With his bitch ass.
I remember feeling that pain when Ira died. Wishing I would have had it on me to shoot back. Look me in my eyes, you can't relate to me.
That boy good.
Hey. Yes, that was Young Farewell. You Can't Relate to Me. That song is off his new album. Y'all should check that out.
Level to this shit 4. 5 is on the way.
So you know what it is. All right, without further ado, we are going to bring in our special guest. Are y'all ready?
We're ready.
Who we got?
Yogini, what's going on? How are you tonight?
Peace. I'm good. How are you?
All right. I'm glad you can make it in.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
No problem. I've heard amazing things about you. And I know you're busy. I know you're very busy. So I appreciate you coming in. Could you introduce yourself to the crowd a little bit?
Isn't that your job?
Oh, I got the question.
I'm joking. Well, I'm just Yogini Ma'at, spiritual life coach, registered yoga teacher, trying to be entrepreneur. I'm joking. I'm not trying to be. I am an entrepreneur, but some days, you know, it gets a little rough in the dust. Got hemp yoga mats with a whole intention behind them. You can check me out, yoginima'at.com. All things Yogini Ma'at. Just put me in on Google and I'm gonna show up.
Okay, so how did you first get into yoga?
I had honestly I had a pain in my back and I didn't know what it was at the time. And the advice that I got was that you should stretch. So I guess I feel like when most people are told that they should stretch, they're always like, but how? How do you stretch? And I just went to YouTube, found a yoga video, and because it aligned with like the metaphysics and the spirituality that I already knew, that I was already researching, I've already gotten into, I just fell in love, and it was exactly what I needed. It introduced me to a whole nother aspect of myself, and just from that one experience, I went straight into teachers training, because I was like, I think this is what people need to learn about themselves, just because of the impact that the practice had for me. I was like, okay, everybody needs to know about this. It's just like a very, very important just practice that we all need.
All right, right. I like that. I like that answer. What do you love most about yoga?
What I love most about it would have to be just like, I don't know, it's really hard to explain because it's so personal.
Yeah.
For me, it's like I'm meeting somebody that like I just probably have been yearning for my entire life, at least my life here, this lifetime.
Yeah.
It's really like it's like meeting a sister that you just haven't seen for a long time, and it's just crazy how freeing it has me feeling, just as somebody who is sensitive and holds a lot in my body. Is just a reflection of what I hold in my mind, and it helps me to release that and just allow me to be more in my comfortable childlike, like I can relax, it's just,
Right.
I can't even explain it. It's just it's an
Well,
experience.
do you have like a favorite yoga position? Because I've seen some of your videos and I'm like, wow, that looks like complex. So
Obviously, I mean, I'm all right. I guess you can say I'm good to
yeah.
somebody who doesn't do it, but trust me, there are, I have my own, you can, not really an idol, but just people who I admire, that are even, that go take it further than I do. But I can't really say I have a favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely have ones that I don't necessarily go to right away, but I know that they're ones that I have to learn to love. Which is like, I guess, just again, this is why I love yoga, because
Yeah.
just in that statement, there's so many things that we experience in life that initially we wouldn't necessarily want to go there. But we do have to learn to love, especially aspects of ourselves that we try to hide. But I can't really say I have a favorite one. If there's a favorite one, I guess I'd say um, just sitting Indian style, like
Yeah.
both your, sitting Indian style. But that becomes on, like, not my least favorite after like 2 minutes. So
Oh,
it's a
okay.
love-hate
Yeah.
relationship.
Because I watched your morning activation video, and do you really do like yoga every morning? Like, do you really, or is it
So
just when you feel like when you're feeling tense or need like a release?
there are times, like periods, where I do go through doing it every morning. But do I do it every morning consistently? No. I fall out of practice too. But I feel like even that in itself is part of a growth. Uh, it's just part of growing in life. It's okay to fall out of order in order to get back in order. There are other things that we go to experience, different aspects of ourselves that we uncover, and again, relating it to something else, even for myself recently, I feel like I descended a little bit. Sometimes we fall off the ladder, and falling off the ladder just gives you another perspective of life. Nothing to take personal, but
Right.
you get back up and you figure out how to reposition or realign. So no, I don't do it every day, but it is something that I try to do at least 3 to 4 times a week. If not every day, 3 to 4 times a week.
Okay, that's more than I do, because I don't do it at all. Does any of my co-hosts have any questions for her at this moment, or are y'all just rocking right now?
Kim?
I think I do, but I don't know if it's gonna make any sense. So
that's okay. Try me.
Okay. So you said that you were already in tune with the universe before you knew about yoga, correct?
Yeah.
So are there certain positions that you do that like, I guess in a ritualistic way, like, do you do a yoga pose like during the full moon, the new moon, the waxing moon, and do you do a certain yoga poses like when the sun is at the highest points of its frequency and everything? Like, it's like a certain way or certain type of doing?
Yeah. So
Kim?
very good question. And I probably have a very long answer to it. So I started out that way. Well, no, I guess, okay. Well, I started out being very like practical with it. 3 o'clock is the best time because X, Y, and Z, and this and that, but really and truly, like, I work off my own moon cycle. There are parts of my own moon cycle where I do certain things because, like, my body is existing in this, and this is what I need, or my mind is feeling like this, or my emotions usually tend to get like this. So there are certain things that I would do for that specifically. If I'm doing like a ritual or anything like that, if I choose a time, it's probably at night is when I would prefer to do it. I just kind of feel like my senses are more heightened. I feel more aligned with my ancestors and angels. It's like they're always there, but it's like now they're right here with me, and that might be when I decide to do a ritual. But really, it's like I'm the center. I do things around myself. At one point, I thought, you know what, I do need to do it at this time and that time, but this is all an illusion. At the end of the day, where anything exists is only in your mind. So technically, I don't need to have this or that in order to manifest whatever experience it is that I'm looking for. Do I forget that I can use my yoga sometimes? I do. Sometimes I let situations outside of myself, throw me off. And it's like, okay, do I need to use practicality in order to get myself on track? Yes, I do. You know what? This day at this time, because, the sun's in Jupiter and whatever reasons or whatever, fine. But once I got my groove back, it's like, I don't need those other things. Those were just tools to help me lead me back to myself. Now I'm here. I know what to do. So now intuition, expands. I don't know what happened to the queen.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of, do you ever use crystals and things of that nature when you meditate or do yoga or anything like that?
Yeah, definitely. I love crystals. I more so probably when I leave the house, do I like to have some sort of a emblem or crystal on me. But because when I'm inside my sacred space, I kind of feel like just everywhere is just working to support me. It's my space. I've created it like this. But
yeah,
I usually work with I'll work with candles. I'll work with those things, but ultimately I like to produce from unlimited potential, from 0 point, and that's usually, a dark space. Simply just being, in my room or living room, lights off, and just being with myself and myself is good enough for me. I do use crystals with people or clients, most definitely, because they help to it helps so that way I'm not depleting my energy. I can use the energy of the crystal instead. But yeah, definitely props I do use.
I asked you that because I'm super into crystals and stones like that, and I wanted to showcase real quick a type of stone that pushes away negative energy. It's called a Shungite.
Yeah,
I have several. Like I got them all in my hand. It's kind of awkward trying to put them in the camera, but yeah. And for those who don't know, Shungite helps with it absorbs and shields the body from electromagnetic emissions, absorbs negative energy and removes it from a person or even an entire space. It replaces stress and negative emotions into positive energy. Its primary chakras are in the root, and its astrological signs are Capricorn, Cancer, and Scorpio. And I'm a Scorpio, yeah. And here's the affirmation you can say while holding your Shungite. Let me show it again. I am shielded from negative energies. That is something that you could repetitively like chant in your head while you're meditating. And we spoke, I mentioned the root chakra, right? So
sure did.
I watched this video online, and you were doing the throat chakra challenge. It was like back in 2018. Would you ever consider bringing that back in 2020? Because you were going off. I kind of like it.
Are you about to share your screen, Stoody?
I mean, I probably should. You see, this is where my problem is. I'm gonna just be honest. My problem is I have a lot that I can say, so much insight, so much knowledge. There's so much that I can say. And I'm a Gemini moon. Like,
okay.
Everywhere, like, so when it comes time to say, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to talk to you guys and I'm going to do a video, there's all this talking going on up in my own head that I don't even know where to start. I don't even know what the person on the other end wants to hear. So what would make things much easier for me is if people were like, can you do a video on X, Y, and Z?
Yeah.
Can you do this? Or see how like we're here and we're talking and you're asking questions and we're just vibing, like that works for me. For me to just get on a camera and just start talking at it, like it's just not really for me. And I don't always like to hear the sound of my own voice by myself, like I like there to be interaction, like something going. I'm not that kind of person. So
we like to try to have an atmosphere of family for the people in the comments and any guests that we bring up here. It's like we're having a conversation with family at the dinner table. It's not nothing to feel uncomfortable. So I'm glad that you feel comfortable talking to us tonight. All this. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
I had noticed that you had said clients. So hold on, let me share my screen real quick.
What was the stone you had? Can you put it closer to the camera? I want to see if I have one.
He has some of that Shungite.
What's the color? Hold on.
It's all black. Here, I got a couple.
I don't think I have.
Oh my God, this.
I could have sworn I had one.
There we go.
You know what? People do need to get them a Shungite. Even I do, especially with all. Okay, so you were just showing the virus, right?
Yes.
I don't even know too much about it because I'm not even trying to put myself on that frequency. But
facts.
That's like we need to have these things now.
Yes.
Yes. Now, what we're looking at is your website, correct?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me go to the top of that thing.
Yeah. Show the people what kind of things they can find on this website. Now, I was going to ask you about, because you said you're a Gemini, right?
Gemini moon. I'm a Leo sun.
Leo, you say you're a Leo sun?
Yeah, Leo rising.
So how has this 2020 energy affected you so far?
Stoody,
has it been negative or
positive? Ask my question, Stoody.
Huh?
What you saying right now? I can't ask my question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad. I'm just real interested. But go ahead, bro.
Dude, got you. When you had said, clients, I see on your website you have spiritual life coaching.
Yeah.
Could you delve more into that? Tell us what that is, what that's about.
Yeah, that's kind of like how do I put it? So what I do is part of just my own studies. I got into numerology and natal charts. So yeah, it's nice. It's nice to know, if you're a Leo or you're this or you're that, your sun sign, but there's just so much more to you. There's so much more to you to learn literally the answers to a lot of or all of the adversities you face in your current reality shows up in numerology and astrology and sometimes oracle and tarot, right? I don't consider myself to be a tarot reader, but I do use oracle sometimes. But really and truly what spiritual life coaching is for those of us who just kind of feel lost on our journey, feel like, our world is ending before us and we have no idea what's going on and the changes that are happening inside and outside, and you're just basically lost. We've all been there probably about 16 times, if not a million. Those are like our Pluto moments. That's what I call them, our Pluto moments, the moments when there's just change happening. It also gives you it's also just an opportunity for you to realign. But how do you do that? How do you do that when you don't really know what spirituality is? How do you do that when you don't know what energy is? How do you find a tool? Like, how do you use a tool that helps you kind of grab hold of your energies happening inside of here? How do you do that without knowing the information? So, basically coming to see a spiritual life coach, they just help you to shift your perspective. They help you to understand the hidden parts of yourself. They help you to even, like, as I said, work through your adversities. Is that really truly an adversity that you're facing? How do you even produce a reality that is ideal for you? How do you point out those things? Like, it's just it's just a deep experience. This is where someone can come to get a lot of insight on themselves, deeper awareness, and then figure out next steps and what to take. It's literally a whole like vortex that you enter and you come out a new person, a different person. Honestly, check out what people have to say. Check out my reviews. Because it's just really, it's hard to put in words in like 5 sentences.
You can talk now, Stu, if you want.
All right. Because she kind of answered some of the questions that I had for her, as far as
whoa, she got crazy.
The spiritual life coaching and all that stuff. I had some questions about that. How has being a spiritual life coach affected how you deal with your personal life issues, or when things come up? Like, has that enhanced or made it worse for how you deal with problems?
I would say how I deal with problems has enhanced my ability or my success, or whatever you want to call it, being a life coach. Naturally, when I learn something, especially when it comes to, usually, sometimes I fall off. Like I said, I am human. But just naturally, when I learn things and I go through spiritual development process, or I learn what it is to even be an ascended being, like, I take those practices, I take those laws, those universal laws, and 99% of the time I apply it in life. And I also know that everything, 100% of what we experience goes on in the mind. So that when I said there's a lot of conversation going on up here, that's because there is. When I see a situation, how I approach it is I have a conversation with myself. This is how I'm feeling. Like, am I overreacting? Usually it's yes. You know, how should I be looking at this? Here are the many ways that I can look at it. What route can I take to get to point Z over there? You know, I can go through the A route, the B route, or the C route. Like, which route would work best for me? Not like, as I said, 99% of the time, this is what works. This is just how I think. So when other people are coming to me and you know, they're bringing their, I'm not going to say their imbalances like that, but they're bringing their just confusion and indecisiveness and all of that stuff to me. I already know what to think in order to like chop away at the fat kind of thing, like the stuff that just needs to go. And let's get to, you know, the structure of it all and work from there.
Nice. I think I need a spiritual life coach because I be tripping sometimes.
Duty be tripping.
Yeah, I'm emotional. Well, I'm a cusp of Libra and Scorpio. So I got all the emotional energies of Scorpio and the unbalanced nature of Libra. So I be tripping. But I listened to your the Back to the Future guided meditation.
Did you?
Yeah, I really liked it. I wanted to burn. Honestly, I wanted to burn sage when I first heard it because it just put me in the vibe. Can you tell me a little bit more about that and what made you make that like that? It actually sounds very beautiful, honestly.
So I made it because a lot of my clients, like, or just people, they don't really know how to meditate. And I get it. You know, sometimes if I just try to sit there and meditate, it's not happening. Like, I have to go through a whole yoga routine and prepare my body for a meditation. And then it's like I also have to walk my inner voice will walk myself through that meditation until I get to that point where I completely lose track of everything. Everything external, at least. So I just decided, you know what, let me just do something, try something here, and create a guided meditation. Especially because people always tell me, "Oh, your voice is soothing, and you know you should do these things. People want to hear you." Or when you walked me through that guided meditation, like it was you know powerful. Thank you and whatever. So I was like, okay, let me put it on something that's downloadable.
Yeah.
And so basically, I just decided that the theme of that meditation would be a Back to the Future theme. You know, because people are always like, how do I get to being this person that I want to be?
Yes.
And again, it has to do with going back to 0 point. It has to go with literally erasing the board, everything you have on the board, go back to a blank slate and starting over. So in the meditation, I walked you through how to basically relax your body. I walked you through you know, what is actually happening with the brain, how the prana, how chi or divine energy is actually beginning to move through you. And I like the fact that I'm telling you, I'm not just leading you through a guided meditation, like I'm letting you know what's happening, because when I let you know what's happening, you can then visualize what that is that's actually happening within you, which is also very powerful. But yeah, you know, I did what I would do in a regular class or a session with a client, relax the body, and now I turned you inwards. Now that you're here, it's time to fall into your back body, your subconscious, right? You fall back there. Let's allow some of the shit that's hiding in there to come up and let it go. And then let us, from that 0 point space, let's remember or recreate or produce new neural pathways that ultimately is what program your physical body and then your aura into that thing or whatever that image is that you want to be. Again, everything is mental. All is mind. Everything in your reality starts with what's happening in your mind. So that's the process to kind of shifting that, or the word is reprogramming. So I did that. It's a free download. You can go to my website and download it for free to have the full thing.
Do you mind if I give the people a little taste of it?
Sure, go ahead.
One moment, y'all. See, I was, I was already listening to it.
Savasana, or simply laying on your back in a divergent state, is a powerful act of surrendering your ego to the divine energy we call chi or prana.
Yogini, that's your voice.
Where my sage at? I'm for real. I might just bring my kid out real quick.
Shift your awareness to your breath.
So where can they go? Where can they go to download that again?
Just yoginimaat.com.
It's scrolling across your screen right now.
Should be.
Right there.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then when we get back, we're going to spice up the conversation a little bit with some questions I got for everybody.
You said
everybody, the cast and the comments. I want y'all to jump into, because we're gonna have a little bit of fun.
Wow.
I always want to rap when I hear this, I swear.
Hemp yoga mats by Yogini Maat.
Yes, so could you tell us a little bit about those before we go into the fun stuff?
Yeah. So the hemp yoga mats are, first of all, they are completely vegan, which means that they're 100% organic, natural rubber. They have the hemp lining on top. But it's a little deeper than just a yoga mat, of course. There's definitely a multi-dimensional purpose to the mats. I have two. My first two, which is the Rama Lotus and the Prosperity mat, they both have like their own energy to it. So the Rama Lotus, which I don't know if I guess I can pull it up on my computer. Hold on.
Okay.
Just to show you like the picture of it and what it represents and whatnot. But actually no, I'm gonna wait because I want you to see. Okay. Okay, let me just figure out how to.
You see share screen?
Yes, I do now. Is it sharing? No? Yeah.
No, not yet.
Oh no. I think it is gonna now. It's sharing? It says stop sharing.
Sorry, I clicked the wrong.
I was like, where did I go?
Wrong thing. I apologize.
Is sharing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we are.
Okay. So and I have way too many tabs open, so I know. Okay, so the first one, the Rama Lotus, there's just so much to it. First of all, yeah, it has, of course, a very Cometian or Egyptian feel to it, and I did that on purpose. And it's because I love how there's so much depth to such a simple picture. There's so much information and insight that we get from Kemet and the what's on the tombs, what's on the walls, just from a very simple picture. So here,
Right.
what you have going on is, I call this the Rama Lotus. Ra for the sun, Ma for the moon, Lotus really and truly to represent your DNA. And the closing and the expansion of DNA. But nonetheless, I decided to put masculine and feminine energy together on a mat because with masculine and feminine produces something new.
Thank you, Yogini.
And whenever we are, and that's why you have the two ankhs there, which represents, we know the ankh represents life. It's of course so much more than that, but it is also the joining of masculine and feminine as well. Nonetheless, whenever you need to align, you need to heal, rebalance, or even create, you want to align your masculine and feminine energy or juices within yourself. When you do that, you're more in tune. When you're in tune, you're ready to receive. So you see the hands that are coming out. Those hands are also keys. So that this whole experience that you're seeing on the mat is literally what happens within you when you are doing your at home personal practice. Do you need to be a yogi? No, you don't. You could simply just be doing a meditation, or you could just be doing breathing exercises. If you're somebody who is prone to anxiety, breathing exercises is like the top regimen that I would suggest. Like, whenever you're deciding to do your internal work, this is what's happening. And not only are you receiving information from your internal realms, but you're receiving keys that help to unlock aspects of you, keys that help you to create in this world, whatever that is. So and also too, the Lotus aspect, the Lotus represents the opening of DNA. When we are out in this world, or we're consistently in a go mode, what happens? You create stress on the mind and the body. No matter if you feel like you're doing okay, stress is created. Stress is a great thing because it could make you just as good or even better than our friend here who just passed yesterday, Kobe Bryant, put a lot of stress on his mind and his body in order to make himself stronger. But at the same time, that strength is nothing without having your still moments to yourself, moments when you can regroup and recoup, right? So that's what ultimately the image on this mat is connecting with you on a deeper level, on a subconscious level, on a cellular level, because it's subconscious, because it's you know, changing something within you. It's going to change the fabric that makes you. You know, it's going to change your reality. So I wanted something that would encourage people to step on their mat. Like, sometimes I just want to step on it just to step on it and feel like, you know, I'm here, I'm in this kind of vortex that is happening on the mat.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I
was
don't
going
even
to say that. It looks like an energy vortex. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's not like your typical chakra, you know, chakra vortexes that we see all the time. And me saying typical doesn't denote how important those are, but it just brings a little bit more art and creativity to your space as well.
Yeah. I actually have some facts on meditation, if you guys don't mind, to further emphasize why having something like your mat is important.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Studi. What you got, Studi?
Meditation reduces mental and physical stress. It helps control anxiety, including panic attacks, paranoia, and phobias. It promotes emotional health and reduces depression. It enhances self-awareness, lengthens attention span, reduces memory loss, improves sleep, helps you control pain, and it decreases blood pressure. So those are multitude of reasons why, especially as Black people, we need yoga and meditation, because we have all those symptoms. Like, we live with PTSD just from our daily lives. So yeah, we need
part
that.
of our brain, the beta and alpha part of our brain is the worst frequency we're in all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
So I just want to say, I'll take 10, take all my money. Where's my debit card?
No. The thing is I wouldn't even allow you to take 10. You only need one. But the love is definitely appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
I fully support this. Now I'm taking 10, no exception.
Now,
yeah,
those moon cycles, is that like?
So yeah, yeah. So with this one's the prosperity mat. You can see that, yeah, it is in the moon cycle. It is like the strong moon feel. To me, again, that moon feel is about the intimacy with self. That's the spiritual aspect of self. We know our suns, we know what our personality is outside the home, but like, do you know yourself internally, you know? And in order for you to kind of be prosperous, you do got to know yourself. It doesn't matter how much money you have and what other people think is prosperous. If you're not aligned, again, with that word self, there really is no prosperity. But nonetheless, this mat is you can call it an emblem or a sigil for those, you know, who know them words. But really, again, it's another image that ultimately connects with you. There's a lot happening here, a lot based around cycles. Well, let me just point it out. So if you look at the bottom left kind of corner or quadrant of the entire sigil, that what is kind of protruding out the middle or in between the two moons, that actually says prosperity, number one. It says prosperity, but it's written in a way that it looks more like an image. Images are what's very important when it comes to the subconscious or the mind itself. Everything is like an image. We don't necessarily see words in our minds. If anything, you hear a vibration, but you don't necessarily see words.
Yeah.
So if you recreate it, in this way, and you know that this image represents prosperity, and whatever that prosperity looks like to you, that's you consistently looking at this or seeing this, when you're not even looking at it, but just seeing it in the corners of your eyes, ultimately being downloaded within you, is part of the reprogramming process. The bottom right says peace. Peace, again, having that stillness with self is important. Prosperity, when I think prosperity, I think a go-getter, but still you need to have that peace with self. Even in that sigil there, you'll see I added the like the Aquarian sign, because we are now entering the Aquarian age. Aquarian age is about being the magician. Aquarian age is about very much being here present on earth, but also very much being present in other realms. It's about individuality. It's about knowing yourself. It's about coming together, but knowing the importance of the individuality of each part of that puzzle that comes together. It's about information, but also knowing what to do with that information.
That's right.
If you look in the top right, you'll see, because of course I do like to work with planets. Again, sometimes it's the easiest way to like dissect self. I feel like when you can look at something that is a reflection of you outside of self, you can learn so much about yourself internally. But nonetheless, what you have going here, it's kind of a lot that's happening here, really. At the top of it, you have Saturn, and then you have Jupiter that come together. But so the purpose of Saturn and Jupiter is about expansion. It's about taking risks. It's about learning more. And then Saturn is about, well, being serious about what it is that you're learning. It's about working towards something. It's about knowing that we're facing challenges. Yeah, we take risks, but with those risks means there's opportunities for soul growth. And as amazing as soul growth is, it doesn't always necessarily feel the best in your physical body. It forces you to expand your identity in ways that you never thought you would. Are they uncomfortable? Hell yeah. That's why I said in the beginning of this thing, sometimes being an entrepreneur is a little like, you feel like you're naked standing out in the middle of a field, but you got to expand yourself sometimes. It's part of the process. It's part of the becoming. But you also see 7, and you also see 2 here, and you see 4. Like, those are all, like, to me, whenever people come to get readings, I feel like 85% of the time they're in their 7 year and they're coming for a reading. So they're either like 25 or 34. Like it comes down to that 7 vibration. I literally, like, well, I can guess it, and I'm right on. Someone just hit me up yesterday, and they were like, they're feeling all these things, and I was like, how old are you? And when she said 27, I was like, oh, okay, I knew it. You're in your 7 year. This is what's happening. Like, it's 7. It's forcing you for soul growth. 7 is like all of a sudden relationships are falling apart, people are leaving leaving out of your life, you're losing your job, like you have no idea where you're going, you thought you had purpose but you realize you didn't, like literally, like the mic, not the mic drop, when you hear like in the chat, in that's what's happening. And it's a blessing though. Like, I've been there. It sucks. I get it, but it's a blessing, because when you get to the other side of that 7 and you start tapping into 8 and you're like, damn, this is my self-empowerment. Like, I went through what I went through in that 7, but like, I know who I am now. So let me tap into this 8 and flex my power. Let me tap into this 8 and think, let me set some high goals for myself, and then you get into go ahead.
Like a rebirth, right?
Exactly. It is a rebirth. It is a rebirth. 4 is all about setting the foundation. You have to set things so that way you can build on it. 2 is about balance. 2 is also about love. loving the process regardless. It's hard sometimes. Like I said, so you actually, Studi, you asked me how is 2020 treating me so far?
Yeah.
Honestly, it's been great. Now, I definitely felt an influx of energies that threw me off my game, threw me off. Like, for a second, I'm like, whoa, like, I got to deal with this, I got to deal with that. Like, there's this happening. Like, I feel like I'm losing myself, like blurred lines everywhere. And sometimes, like, when that happens, being an energetically sensitive person, you don't really know you don't know where it's coming from, especially when you know how to talk to yourself and you have these understandings, but you're feeling them. You don't know where they're coming from. Sometimes it has really nothing to do with you. It's just, we are the physical, the vessels here. Because we are the vessels and we're holding energy, we do have to allow energy to cipher through us. It's just part of transformation.
Right.
And we lose our track. Well, you still gotta love your process, so that way you're not fucking shit up in your world. Like, sometimes we don't know what it is, and we're like, well, then it's you and it's you and it's this and it's that, and we fuck everything up. And then next week we get to next week and we're like, shit, I'm not really feeling that anymore. I was just having a moment. Or you realize that, damn, was I just picking up on certain events before they were happening? Like, you don't really know what's going on, right? But again, spirituality is blurred lines. We're spiritual beings in this vessel having a physical experience. That doesn't mean that things don't get crazy on the other side, but it's all part of it. And then the last quadrant here in the top left, it's about fertility. It's about creating consistently, not just art, but just creating your days, creating your cycles. Sometimes we forget that. Like, when I fall off of my yoga, like, I forget how to create my life, and then it affects the things that I'm trying to create in my life. So keeping that aspect of yourself alive and protecting it, that's why there's the swords at the end.
Yeah.
Those swords are to protect your creations, protect yourself.
You got everything covered. Wow.
Yeah.
That's why it's the prosperity mat. I mean, prosperity isn't just a one road kind of deal. Like, there's it's a lot. That's why there's only so many people who I'm not going to say like people don't become prosperous if they're just, have a 9-to-5 for their whole life. I mean, maybe that was their experience they were supposed to have, and they're happy with that, and it's easy, it's chilling, and we're good. But regardless, you still need to keep balanced in going through those things. You know what I mean? Like, so ultimately, the intention is a very high intention behind it. It's
And
very
it's a
high.
positive intention too.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of positivity. That is super dope.
Yeah, and I feel like we need those type of products out here, because a lot of people don't even know how different planets give off gases, which affects our mood, and they don't know about like life path numbers, and they don't know anything like that. So if you can just start off your consciousness with a Yogini mat, that is a good start, because it's going to trigger
a hell of a start.
that you don't even know that but because your mind remembers things once it notices something. Like, I knew before I knew what an Ankh was, when I used to see pictures in Egyptian history books and stuff like that, I was fixated on that. I didn't know why, but that it does something to you. So yeah, that is amazing. I wanted to get us to start talking about fun stuff, but there was actually something that I did not want to forget to ask you about. You host retreats, correct? And you have one coming up in Tanzania?
Yeah, Tanzania.
Does this mean I have to share my screen now?
Yes, sir. I think it does. Because I did not want to forget that, because that is amazing.
That's dope. Yeah. Tanzania. That's the motherland, y'all. That's the motherland.
Yeah. what to even say? Like, I just always had these visions of just leading people through experiences where they change and like change for the better. They transition into their future self, like even just a little closer to finding a purpose or whatever, because I've been there. Like I said, everything that I do is because I've been there, so I know you guys have all been there too. So I've done the workshops in the States, and I've gone to London, done workshops there. I just wanted to step it up a notch. And when I think about the times where I felt like Pluto came and ransacked me, where I was going through some changes, I went on a beach. I had a very profound opportunity to be on an island, be in a space where I can discover myself, where I can literally leave my shit there and it will transmute it into something beautiful for me, like, and help me find what I'm looking for in myself. And so, again, being a yoga teacher, there are practices that I did there, having the opportunity to have the land and the sun and the water and the earth, the air, everything just there with me to bring exactly to help me on this change, but also like positive adventure, a lot of laughter. It wasn't all just seriousness about spirituality. It was about friendship and sisterhood, and not just sisterhood but brotherhood, and just love, that high vibration. So I don't know why, but I was fixated on Tanzania. Could have been anywhere else in the world, but Tanzania is where I wanted to go, because I just feel like there's just so much there, like the land, the motherland, having the opportunity to go on a safari, after doing some powerful practices, sun salutations, and our spiritual work in the morning. We get to go and be out and like align with nature. You know what I mean? Nature at its best, at its purest, to be able to sit around like an acacia tree and like just pull in those pure vibes.
I never even heard of that, so yeah.
You heard of the Akashic Records before, right, Stoody?
Huh?
You heard of the Akashic Records before?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, aka the acacia tree.
Right.
Okay.
So it's like it holds. It's literally directly connected to like what do I want to call it? Like collective
consciousness.
Yeah, like okay, for instance, elephants eat from that tree. How smart are elephants? Elephants have like the best memory.
Yep.
Like if
they
we
don't
were
forget
nothing, I'm pretty sure if we were to use the leaves for some herbs that it's a powerful energy that's there. And shoot, I could use some healing off of it. You know what I mean? Like I could use that. But to be able to guide people, like it's a blessing to guide somebody through something and for them to really feel that and really move through that. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. So if you can join me there, not only will we be on the inland and in lodges where like the animals are right there, like that's like an exciting feeling. It lets you even know your power. Like it's time to tap into that. It's time to discover something that you never thought you would. I never thought I would be going to Tanzania either. I didn't think, well, I mean, I kind of knew, but you don't think that it's like really gonna happen, and so it's even big for me. But then to be able to shift from the energy of an inland and let's take you to Zanzibar, like let's take you there, let's get you like in the ocean. Let's do some yoga on the beach. Like, let's have a beach bonfire. Let's do a transformational bonfire where we're literally transmuting what we have for something new, literally, where we can have the drums. Like Justa, who's like my co-host, she's got so much stuff planned for us. Like, the stuff that I'm telling you are just barely the highlights of what we got going on. Like, just go straight to my website, yoginimaat.com, click the retreats tab, and like read through.
Can you show us, hey Monty, can you show us the date? Go back up and show the date so people can see how long they have to get their money together. August 7th. Y'all got time.
So,
got
you got time, but like, the sooner you can, honestly, hold your space. The sooner you can. Like, you don't have to pay everything at one time. We work with you. You know, we work with you. So just as long as you hold your space, then you're good. We can work towards getting to August 7th. But yeah, I'm really excited, and like, I'm excited for the people who can join me, especially because for myself, like, just when I step into that role, like, I'm it's not just me, like they're all with me, and like, I just turn into something different, and I know that we can all benefit from it. So yeah, check it out.
Yes.
Yo, that safari gonna be dope.
Yeah,
that looks really fun. Even just a picture of the water makes me want to go. So that's fine. Okay, let's have a little fun before we get out of here. We've had this discussion already in private, but I want to, rehash this question. What's better, Drumline or Stump the Yard?
So I have to say, no. I don't like what's better questions. They're both great, but even though I kind of like, I innately, I want to choose Stomp the Yard. I do, but at the same time, I think the better one is Drumline.
There we go.
Yeah, definitely. Drumline is better. I think the plot is better.
Yeah, even though I love Stomp the Yard, like I do, but I think Drumline's better.
And it has more iconic scenes too, like when the fat guy like bangs on Nick's drum.
Yeah, like it was like, whoever played the roles too, there was more like emotion to it. That's why it made it better. Like they captured you more. But
cream, you
yeah. But I like Stomp the Yard though, because I watched it like 17,000 more times than I did Drumline. But still,
yeah. I don't know. I feel like Stump the Yard is just more available, but Drumline is definitely better. What do you think?
Feel with Drumline, the redemption was better.
Okay.
Like that ending, and
yeah,
it did something to me, Stomp the Yard, it was all right. Yeah, y'all stomping the yard.
You ain't feeling the slide and elbow move?
Nah, that was slow-mo with it and all that. Yeah, that was crazy.
That was low-key the first dab. What about you, Kim?
Drumline, anybody can fight me. I'm just Drumline will be the best. Okay, Stump the Yard was, I just looked through the entire movie, but just like what? Drumline, I just like the energy of it. I like movies that really gets your attention, but like energy wise, like it made me want to go out there and be a part of a fucking Drumline. Okay.
You know what I just thought about?
Huh?
Especially with Drumline, he was self-taught.
Yeah,
he didn't even know how to read the music, and he was killing it. So that was another like, I can relate to that.
And they was hating on him the whole time too.
The whole time, because they saw the swag, like swag.
All right, what's the best black film?
No, you can't do that.
Yeah,
No, I got to. I'm putting y'all in the
can't.
bro.
I don't even think I answered the question myself.
I'm gonna say some wild shit. I'm gonna say the Mac or something like.
The best black film.
There's no such thing.
Okay, let me change.
You have to narrow it down a bit. Like, okay, best black romance.
What's the most traumatic black film? That's
what is you said the most traumatic?
Yeah.
Shit.
Ricky.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yo, it doesn't matter how many times I watch that movie.
It's like, Ricky, why are you going that way? Why are you splitting up, Rick? Why? Go with.
You know what? What about Don't Be a Menace though? Bro was almost out of there.
Oh yeah.
And he got shot and he covered the baby up. I'm like, no.
He was out of there. He got murdered. But I don't understand. I never understood that part.
What?
The little boy was out of harm's way. They weren't shooting towards the little boy. They shot him because he was running towards the little boy.
Yeah. True that. That's true.
You want to be all a hero. You died because you, man. Anyway.
Y'all ain't going for it. Okay. What's better? The Temptations movie or the Michael Jackson's American Dream?
Oh, American Dream.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me see what the chat talking about. Hold on. Temptations versus Jackson. Honestly, the Jacksons is better, but the Temptations though, that I can watch both of them back to back. Honestly, like
yeah, Temptations was good. They did that good.
No, hold on. You know what? That's a lie. You know why?
Why?
Do y'all really watch the first half though? Do y'all really watch when Katie and I can't even remember his name got together? Because I skipped that part. I wait until the baby's born. I can't watch that. It's boring.
How are you?
He's skipping
Temptations. I gotta give it Temptations. I'm sorry. I gotta give it Temptations, y'all.
This guy.
You got, Kim? Hold on. Somebody in the chat tweaking. Hold on. Look at this, y'all.
TV.
Oh wow, TV. Wow.
Come on, love. Come on, love.
Hey, it be like that sometimes.
It might be on YouTube. See if you can pull it up, bro. You need to see that.
Nah, you gotta go Put Locker.
Yeah, facts.
You watch that
like,
one?
Yeah, Put Locker.
Project Free TV. Sorry, I'm giving out all my secrets.
Or at least, or go to Watch Mojo, something, because it's on there. It's somewhere. Okay, let me think. Who's the best stand-up comedian?
Bernie Mac. In my opinion, Bernie Mac is my favorite.
Yeah, I'm biased. I have a favorite.
Who?
Martin Lawrence.
Yeah. I have to say.
I'm dubbing both of y'all answers.
I feel like there's an old one, and I
Okay.
can't remember his name, but it's gonna come. But
Is it Richard Pryor?
yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Retro with it, Yogini.
He's the old one, but like newer age, I'm gonna say what's his name? What's his name? I don't know. I don't remember these people's names. The one who went to Africa and then he came back and stunted and then made all this money from Dave Chappelle. There you go.
That's my pick. That's
That's you.
That's your pick?
He trumps all. Dave Chappelle is the GOAT.
All? Dave Chappelle learned from, what's his name? Richard Pryor.
He did it better. I'm sorry. Y'all just gonna have to find me. He did it better. He did it better. Let me think. Who's a better singer? Chris Brown or Trey Songz?
Oh, breezy.
Both.
Breezy, yeah.
Y'all don't like the goat sound?
You don't really like any of them?
Trey is crying. Trey cried too much.
You know what? Yeah. Well, if we talk about singing, I think they're both good, but I would prefer Chris Brown, honestly.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah.
I wasn't that person with Trey, like how every other girl was. I wasn't like that. Oh yeah, Eddie Murphy. Yeah, Eddie Murphy's pretty good. Sorry.
Eddie Murphy got a lot of iconic.
Hell yeah.
I care. Thank you. I can't stand them. I just can't. I can't do it. I feel like I'm more like, oh my god.
The color was ill.
Oh yeah. Actually, Marlon Wayans was my favorite for the longest, but then, yeah.
You know who I appreciated from that show from In Living Color was Jim Carrey.
Oh yeah,
that was my boy, man.
He's Canadian. Sorry, just repping Canada.
Gotta rep the 6 and all that.
Repping the 6.
Repping the 6 and all that. He was super funny, super duper funny. Like not like a regular white person funny, but like, oh, this nigga got me on the floor. Like, yo, he an idiot.
And we're talking about, isn't he a Gemini moon as well?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't even know.
Where it really comes from. People with Gemini moons are crackheads.
Yo, and he's super.
I know we're really crazy, but
he's super into.
Say that again.
I'm a Gemini sun, so I'm cracked.
Oh, so you know. Okay, yeah.
Do y'all like Seth Rogen?
Yeah, I like him. Yeah. I like him.
I don't like our response. Hold on. Do y'all like Seth Rogen?
I do. Like some of it is.
You wouldn't like if I had to choose like him between like another. I'll probably choose like another, but I still would watch him. Like he's still funny to me.
Yeah, Pineapple Express all day.
Man, look, I love that This Is the End movie. Like that.
Oh yeah, This Is the End.
That movie was hilarious.
Yeah, that was
hilarious. Yeah.
Hold on. How do y'all feel about Kevin Hart?
He was funny in about his first 3 specials.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I got over it.
I got so bored. I was like, you're not funny. Shut up.
You know why? Okay, I think he's funny sometimes, right? But he plays it safe a lot. And he tries to fit he tries to fit in the lines. And everything about comedy, like the real raw pureness of comedy was about being out of the lines and just being raw about it, but also laughing with it, because I mean at the end of the day you have to laugh at it. It's life.
My thing with him is like I followed him from like his first movie Paper Soldiers was dumb hilarious. Like
I love Paper Soldiers.
Yeah, that was so funny.
He did that? I don't even know it. I should check it out.
Yeah, it was his first one, Yogini. But I followed his career and I started to see the pattern. And when I saw the growth, I'm like, oh, come on, Kev. What a lot of people probably don't realize, he makes fun of himself. So he takes all of if he's a dangerous person, like he takes that away. Like they don't see him as a threat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he makes fun of himself, his family. Like I don't like that type of comedy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You making it
like a quarter away
from the expense of other people's lives. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be the little short funny man, and that's a sideshow.
Yeah.
But I respect him.
Yeah, hell yeah.
His grind, his
grind is A1.
Yeah. He earned the spot. The spot.
Somebody in the chat got a good question. I like this. Family Guy or American Dad?
I'm a Family Guy.
Family Guy.
I'm a Family Guy. That thing.
American Dad pretty funny though.
It is funny, but it ain't family. No.
I never watched any of them.
Really?
What?
She's not conscious, guys. Get her out of here.
Get
her out of here.
The only adult show adult cartoons specifically, I can really mess with it. Just Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
Oh, I don't even know that one.
They're not. They're funny, but I just couldn't like watch. I couldn't continue. I don't know.
Yogini, you would like Rick and Morty. It's scientific, but funny.
Okay, like that.
It mixes
They're kind of like something that my mom and my dad will watch. I need like this is like, hey, we have problems type of comedy.
Did she just say my mom? How old are we?
I'm sorry. I'm a in the whole.
But Family Guy not for old people.
No, but you know what though? Like I remember when I was young, my mom was like dying to Family Guy, so I get why she says that.
It's been out since like the late 90s, so it's been
Exactly. She was born in the like 2000s or late 90s.
I was born in 92. Okay, we not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
I was born in 82. I was born in 82.
That's my mom's age. You're the same age as my mom.
Oh, word. What up, Mom? I knew you looked familiar. We was in the club. I knew your mama.
Oh, stop it. That's
okay.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard it.
I remember that. Yeah, I used to see that. I didn't watch it though.
King of the Hill was better.
Oh yeah, I love King of the Hill.
The dude that you couldn't understand him used to have me crying. Bro. I used to be like, yo, who is this?
Okay, did y'all used to watch Squidbillies? Because I would only watch that if I had absolutely nothing to watch. Like
I never even heard of that.
It's a weirdo show. It's like even the art is weird, but it came on like when after King of the Hill and shit.
Oh no,
I knew this is weird.
Y'all was probably like super sleep.
Does anybody know Delta State?
What, the cartoon? Yeah.
No, I'm lost.
Go watch that.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube.
It is.
It's fire. What is it like comedy or what is it?
Nah, it's
You'll
not
like it, Studi. You'll like it.
You'll like it. It's like very. It's just life, like on both realms.
Yeah.
What about do you guys watch Archer?
Nah, I didn't like it.
A couple times.
I didn't like
it. I love
it.
Archer.
I like that dry humor.
5 seasons. Then it was like.
Does anybody like anime at least? I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel left out right now.
The only anime that I watched is Samurai Jack, which is not anime.
I mean, it's so
close enough.
Like right now, I'm watching an anime called Kill la Kill.
Yeah, that's fire. The art is amazing.
It's good, but I feel like it's a little bit provocative for teenagers. Like, hey, why are you letting this teenager dress this way? And why would it be from your dad?
Because their culture is kind of
understandable, but you're right.
Their culture, but the art is amazing. Though.
It really is.
I love that.
It got me laughing a little bit. I like anime that have a little bit of comedy. Like I love One Punch Man. I would be dying for all his fucking jokes. It'll be so dumb. Like the episode, I think it was like the first one when it was this big villain and he had his brother right here. And so he was like, hey, there's something on your shoulder. Touched it. Wait for like 10 seconds. Looks. And it just went fucking crazy.
Yeah.
The funny part is that he just looks like. What?
You gotta send me that so I can see what you're talking about.
Since I'm so old,
hey,
my anime was Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon type, you know what I mean?
Classic.
I came up on that.
So do y'all watch Super then? Dragon Ball Z Super?
I seen it all. I watch it all.
Hey, okay. That shit cold.
Yeah. You saw the movie? Did you see the movie?
No, I'm not that into it. No, I didn't.
I thought I had a brother, guys. I thought I had.
No, I just watched the tournament of power.
Oh yeah,
like that. That was fucking.
Yo, did you get when Jiren was like, "Oh, This is Universe 7's power. Trust. Yo, that was so hard when Frieza and Goku came together. Yo, that was so. I'm sorry, guys.
Hold on. Did you see the sliding Kamehameha when he was like, that was so cold, yo.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I love how we can be spiritual and intelligent and then still be silly and talk about universal things like this. This is amazing.
We're still of this realm, Studi.
Yeah.
We must bask in it as well. It's fun when you're aware of certain things.
Mm-hmm.
It's only not fun when you're blind. So
sometimes it's not fun when you're aware too. But
that can be that can drive you crazy. That can make you want to go to sleep. Now I understood what was his name in Matrix when he was like, I'm going back to sleep.
Neo?
It's a good pill.
Yo, he said, I'm out of here. He gave up Neo and everything. Like, nah, I gotta go back to sleep.
It is like people when you become quote unquote woke or have knowledge of self, people like mock you for your intelligence. People will put you up on a higher standard than they put themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's crazy when you talk to people and like they just don't get it and they don't know. And it's like, y'all are so lost and behind. It's scary when you think about it, how people just don't know. Like I had a conversation with somebody who told me like, oh, I'm agnostic. And I asked him like, why though? Why are you agnostic? Like what? He couldn't even give me a reason.
Yeah, of course.
And then he just mocked me and was like, asked me, what does the number 0 mean? Because I asked him, like, do you know about numerology? And I asked him, I was like, are you being a smart ass or do you really want to know? And he was like, oh, I'm just asking because I'm a dumbass.
Yeah,
and it's like, I got to sign off.
Bro, that truthfully,
I got to
that I found out about that's like a defense mechanism for idiots.
Yeah.
It is. Like, no, what does 0 mean? They want you to run away, like, because because you're gonna have to hold them accountable, and they can't be held accountable for something they don't know. And their ego is so bad that they're not gonna tell you that they don't know, so they're gonna make a joke and make it look, funny. And
really, they brain hurt.
Yeah, and they feel insecure around a bigger brain.
Mm-hmm.
Word.
It's sad, man. But
I ain't got no sympathy.
Everybody was meant to be on the boat.
Word.
At least have a reason. Like I was agnostic at once, and I had a good reason. It was the start of the whole Black woman is God situation. I said I am agnostic because I believe that there's other different forms of intelligence out there outside of this existing world. That could be a very good explanation. I know everybody's not like that, but hey, at least have a reason.
He didn't know what it meant. He didn't know what it mean.
Yeah.
He didn't know what it mean. It was a nice word, and he just said it.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, that was my point. Like if you're going to call yourself something, at least have some type of knowledge. I'm not saying you got to know everything because I don't know everything, but at least have some base of what you're talking about. Like, you can't just be saying.
But it's okay for you not to know either.
Yeah.
So many times. You don't really know why.
If you're willing to learn.
Yeah, if you're willing to really learn something,
just say I don't know. But it's so many people that I researched that.
Yeah. Like when y'all were talking about the tree, I didn't know what the fuck, but that made me want to learn though.
Yeah.
Like
that knowledge, bro, that goes deep.
Yeah,
that knowledge deep.
The tree, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing my research.
Did you see they put the giraffe on the extinction list?
Yeah.
Did
I
they?
think that.
Because they're hunting them down. It has nothing to do with global warming or what. They're hunting them down. I'm not.
It's sad.
I'm sorry if I keep saying I want to. I say that all the time. I'm always I want to fight person. I want the smoke person. It's on sightless kind of person. Like I'm used to that a lot. Okay, so sorry, but I always do that. It's just like, for what reason? Like, is it really that fun to kill an animal that's not even from your own country? Leave them alone.
Yeah. But they leave the pigeons and squirrels though.
Yeah, and the rat.
But they want to. Yeah, they keep the rats.
Well, there's too many rats. They just keep multiplying. You don't really get rid of them.
For real.
But well, I mean, they take everything. I don't feel like there's nothing that they don't take. So they don't bother with. You know, but at least we know that. Better the devil you know than the devil you don't. At least we know that, so it's a start. At least we can start there. We know that. So, you know, there are people though who are trying to do what they can by protecting this and doing that. But
we got to step it up though. We have to make it a global effort.
I agree.
Yes. Because people don't realize what they're doing. They don't.
Yeah.
Frustrating. I'm frustrated.
I mean, they do know what they're doing. They just don't care.
Yeah.
But sheesh.
How many oil spills is it going to take before we get to an alternative source of energy? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. But whatever.
That's the blood of our earth. The oil is the blood of our earth. Like, they're taking.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're taking that. Like, they're doing so many things. Man. When was the last time we heard the ringing in our ear? What's going on?
Yeah. That was about what, a week ago or something like that? I was like, whoa.
What they're doing now, Mother Earth. What's going on?
Yeah.
Get these niggas home. You must believe I would do it. Listen, I'm like so hardcore. It's like I am a small 5'1" little person. But I am like in the inside, oh my God. Like, I just want to just like go ham on these people. Like that's literally my first like reaction. Like I just wanted to stop.
Warrior spirit.
Like, Queen Zinga is channeling me right now. I wanna just do my work, but I can't.
Yeah, because we gotta get that army right, Queen Zinga. Yeah. We gotta get that army right. Once we get that army right, it's over.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the army, but it's really the mind. Like it's really the mind. So don't even fall straight in that wanna fight, because then you'll miss things. You know, it's really about getting your mind right, so you know what moves you're making. Like
and I like mind you, I'm all air, so sometimes I just don't even think. Sometimes I'm nothing but air. Oh my God.
Yeah,
because we can fight physically, mentally,
spiritually.
All that stuff.
Smart.
There's a lot of fronts to this battle.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'm going to train them all if I have to. I'm willing. Let's go.
We definitely need the warrior spirit, though. I mean, there's always a time and a place for it. Not even the spirit, like you need that, but knowing how to use that.
Yeah, don't be a kamikaze.
Yeah, there's a responsibility. Can't be a not kamikaze. What's his name? Killmonger. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
I don't know. I kind of agree with the boy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Stoody.
Yeah, I kind of agree with the boy.
You said don't be Killmonger.
I mean, well, Killmonger was all kill. You got to have the sit and let's regroup. Let's think about this. Really, what is my, you know?
No, I love the spirit. I'll build off of his spirit, but he definitely was like, just one track.
Yeah,
was one track, but we needed that track. You know, it was part of it, part of the whole album. You needed the track.
Yeah.
Can't just be on that one track.
Really? Hold on, let me drop a bomb to that. That was a nice one.
They should spin straight bars on the pod.
What happened?
Well, I enjoyed this. I am so glad you came. Yogini, the chat, I appreciate y'all so much. Can you shout out before we head out of here your social medias and all that?
Yeah, you can hit me. Just Yogini Ma'at, everything. The only thing that's like not Yogini Ma'at is my second page on Instagram, which is shop_Yogini Ma'at.
Okay.
Other than that, just Yogini Ma'at.
Alrighty.
Thank you for gracing the platform.
Yes. Appreciate your energy.
You brought your energy and you glowed us up real quick. I appreciate that so much.
Well, I have to say, infinite gratitude for even just having me here. I love the setup and how you guys got things going. It's
oh yeah, we out
definitely
here in YouTube streets.
I like it.
Yeah,
Gini,
yeah, you're doing good.
YouTube streets, Gini.
Yeah,
we out here now.
You in them streets.
Word.
If you're a business that wants an ad spot, please hit us up at fatclub4u@gmail.com and we can discuss prices and all that type of things. If you need an ad made, we can definitely make the ad. So please hit us up at fatclub4u@gmail.com and we can get that. If you know an artist or you are an artist that would like to be featured on the podcast, that same email, just email me and we can talk about it. And
hold on, tell the people though, are we gonna have live performances on this podcast?
Yes. We have a lot of things we're trying to work on. So like I said, if you're a musical, I don't care if you're a comedian and you want to get some jokes off live, please hit the email. We can talk. We can make it happen for you because this is all about spirituality, entrepreneurship, Black thought, higher thought, and everything else you can think of. Because this is the
Studi in his bag, y'all. Studi in his bag.
The spectrum is infinite on what we can discuss and talk about. So, once again, I appreciate my fellow God and my goddesses down here. I appreciate y'all so much. Everybody in the chat, thank you for showing so much love and participating. I appreciate you guys so much. Like we always do, we're going to leave with peace and love, and we will see you all next time.
Peace.
Okay, y'all.